Hello everybody, I'm John Troutwine of the Will to Live Foundation, and once again welcome to this month's edition of Teammate Talks. This is presented by Club Will to Live, and it's an honor to be here as always. Great to talk to you guys. The theme this month is Life Teammates, and any of you who are familiar at all with the Will to Live Foundation know very well the concept, or have heard the concept of life teammates over and over again, as it's a driving force behind our message. So whether you see it on a wristband or see it on the website or in the various posts and speeches and articles that are written about the foundation, the Life Teammates program and the Life Teammates concept is a major driving force behind the mission and the vision of Will to Live. It all started at my son Will's funeral. I was giving the eulogy, this is 6 years ago now, and on the left-hand side of the church, all of his friends were there in their lacrosse jerseys. And I was talking to them and almost preaching to them about how Will loved just being on the team. He didn't care about winning or losing. He wanted to be there with his friends. That's what was important to him. And while I was giving that speech, I started to recognize my own friends from my high school days and my grade school days and my elementary school days. Remember, I grew up in Chicago. And Will passed away on a Friday, and 3 days later on a Monday, over 30 of my great friends, my life friends from when I was a kid, when I was a child, when I was a teenager, had made this trek across the country to be there for their friend. All of my kids' godparents were there. All of the groomsmen that were in my wedding were there. These great friends that I went through and learned about life with as a teenager were there. And it hit me right then that they were probably the greatest friends I ever had and ever will have. And it also hit me that these were friends that I met when I was Will's age, when I was your age, when I was a teenager. A life teammate is that friend that you learn about life with. You share so many experiences with, good, bad, tragic, happy, sad. You share them together. You learn about life together. You share your firsts together. You're in the trenches together. When you guys are at your age today, you are surrounded by kids the same age. You are surrounded by teammates who are going through similar challenges, facing similar obstacles, and devastated perhaps by the same problems and issues that you are. And I thought to myself, if Will only would have recognized this, if he only would have realized that he had already met life's greatest friends, maybe he would have reached out to them. Maybe he would have said something to them, asked them for help. And at the same time, all of Will's friends who were so devastated by his loss, had they known more about this life teammates concept, maybe they would have perhaps listened more. Maybe they would have spoken to each other in a little deeper way. Maybe they would have realized that it's difficult being a teenager in this crazy world that we live in today. That's what a life teammate does. A life teammate is someone who's there for you on and off the field. And we all have life teammates. You don't have to be on a sports team to have a life teammate. A life teammate can be a family member. A life teammate can be a grandfather, an uncle, a father, a mother. Definitely a sister and a brother. A life teammate can be a bandmate, a choir mate, an orchestra mate. Whatever extracurricular activity you're interested in, there's other people in that activity. Those are your teammates. You guys are going to be on teams your whole life. Even today, I'm on teams. At age 54, I'm on teams at work. I'm on teams at church. I'm on teams socially here, whether it's a tennis team or you're coaching a sports team. I'm on teams all the time. But the difference between my teams and your teams is on your teams, they're all the same age. So whether you're in a classroom, whether it's a study group, whether it's a Boy Scouts or a Girl Scouts, whether it's a choir, an orchestra, a band, or an athletic team, you're surrounded by people the same age that are going through very, very similar situations that you are. And that's probably the biggest point I can make today. You are surrounding yourselves with people that understand what it is to be a teenager in 2016. But my message here today is those people sitting next to you today truly get you and truly understand you. So rejoice in that and embrace that. You have life teammates in your world today. Find them, talk to them, tell them. We often say, who are your life teammates and do they know? I can't stress that enough. Because when you talk to your life teammates, when you tell them you are there for them, two things happen. It makes them feel good, and it makes you feel good because you're giving of yourself. And that's what a life teammate does. So that's my message today. Look out for those kids who perhaps are new to the school, where they haven't had time to make true friends because they're strangers in a strange town. So be that life teammate. Bring them into your world. It'll make you feel better. And I think that's something that's so important for all of us. It is a difficult world. Depression, anxiety are everywhere. The stresses of being a teenager are everywhere. A true life teammate understands that and thinks that through before he makes that comment. Thinks that through before he makes a criticism. A true life teammate is always there for his friends. When I was coaching, I always used to say, a compliment from a teammate means so much more than a compliment from a coach. And in the same way, a criticism from a teammate is so much more devastating than a criticism from a coach. So be that teammate that motivates and inspires and helps and shows the love. Drop a love you man on your teammates today. Do it every day. It'll make you feel better. Guys, that's my subject today of life teammates. As you go through this meeting, really challenge each other to make sure that you are reaching out to those life teammates in your lives. Thanks everybody. Till next month, love you man.